Yegs and bacon, gonna see what's shaking, cause there ain't no faking here on Yegs and bacon. Yegs and bacon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yegs and Bacon. I'm Danica. Brandon.
I come from a land down under,
Oh my gosh, where were you?
where women glow and men thunder, I think.
Sure.
Where the pirates plunder. Yaramo, dida boop, doop.
Okay, well, at least we found you.
Hey, everybody.
Unfortunately. I'm just kidding. Hi!
As you can probably tell, we are not at home.
No, we are at the store.
Still.
It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
And this might be a long show because there are a million things out today.
Oh my goodness, it's a big week, and part of the reason actually why we were at the store so late, I said we'd mention it, and it's just a very quick and easy mention, basically. As of January, I guess I'm going to be the chair of the business district.
Yay!
Yay! So I get to wield power, and I'll go mad.
Yep, he will be drunk with power.
It's just a good opportunity to do a lot of what we like talking about. Is you're not going to change the world by yelling at the big things. The big things don't change until there's enough small things that force it to change. So one of the small things that we're doing is we're taking care of our community and being very active in it and being part of the BIA. So yeah,
Awesome.
It's gonna be good and a little nerve-wracking, but
You got this. Yeah. He's already great as a community leader, and I think this is really the next step in his taking over the world.
yeah.
So should we get right into it? Because this is going to be a big one tonight.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Get ready. So we are... Sean says, which of the X swords will you be welding? And honestly, I mean, Kate Pride has an entire bucket on her ship. So I think really any choice would be appropriate.
I was going to say, yeah, we're going to go with the Kate Pride bucket of swords.
I love it.
As our swords of choice.
God.
Here at Kate Pride's bucket of swords.
TM.
We have swords for everybody, including you and me.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with the number 1 single issues. Now I'm holding this giant stack in my hand for audio listeners in the future. Now it does have variants, so it's not separate comics. However,
that's a big old stack.
It's like 2 to 3 inches of comic.
Comic book companies are starting the quarter off.
Yep.
With
strong.
Lots of heckin' things.
Yeah, so get heckin' ready. All right. So this is semi-alphabetical. I kind of did this in a frenzy. We are not picking favorites this week. There's so many.
Again, we're at the store. Like we had food ordered in. We've been going since 10:30. Yeah.
So I haven't read anything. Hilariously enough. We're gonna try to read some things.
And it's a good thing we stay as prepared as possible in advance too.
Yes. Please take pity on us tomorrow if there is something we haven't read. Usually everyone is actually quite nice, but I know I'm gonna miss something. So first things first, you were around when American Vampire was originally being published. I was going to say airing, but that is very different.
You were around way back in the yesteryears when there was an American Vampire.
In the Civil War, because you're old.
By a young buck by the name of Scott Rick Snyder. Yeah, American Vampire is back. For those of you who might not know what it is, American Vampire is kind of a really neat retelling of American history using vampires to kind of hit different eras of stuff. It's a very interesting book, and especially now that I think of it in light of, say, Lovecraft Country. It's a very white Lovecraft Country.
Oh no.
Well, it's specifically about horrors from that lens, more or less.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that that's sort of the focus is American history, kind of as concepts, as tropes, as the Western, as old Hollywood, as the world wars, of all that kind of stuff. And it's a very interesting lens to look at it through, with immortals who can actually go through all these eras and do different things. And it's I love it. If you haven't read American Vampire before, I do highly suggest the graphic novels. The first one, half of it's written by Stephen King, which was a pretty big get. And he's actually talked about his experience writing it, because he wanted thought bubbles, and the editor was like, thought bubbles are not a thing right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's not Garfield.
No.
All right. Next up is AWA's American Ronin.
I do want to say I would read a Vertigo Garfield book, but let's continue.
Oh, I feel like that would be the it would be like the Junji Ito cat book, wherein I don't want to read it. Full disclosure, I have flipped through some of our Junji Itos and gone, I regret all the things. So they're very scary.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people are into that. So, more power to you. So next up is American Ronin, published by AWA. And I don't actually know anything about it. Sorry.
I'm very excited about it. It's I believe Peter Milligan, right?
It is Peter Milligan, yes.
And ACO doing the art. ACO is really, really great at layouts. And I like their work in general. It is basically going to be...
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm looking at the art. It's really good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So Andrew says, classic Vertigo Milligan, loved it. Thank you so much, Andrew, because I haven't read this yet.
I was going to say, the concept in general reminds me of his Hitman comic. It's not called Hitman, though. Human Target. That was really good. And not the Fox show that was based off of it, which was just a regular ass show. And Eric says AWA. My boy I sent to your store loves that publisher, and yes, he does. He does a lot. He gets pretty much everything they do, and for good reason too.
All right, next up is Champions Outlawed #1. So in the forever ago,
in the long ago,
it seems like it. This is there was Outlawed #1, and it was about all of the teen superheroes being basically told not to be teen superheroes. And they're like, heck you adults, what do you know?
To heck with you.
Exactly. So I assume this will continue on happening. It is written by Eve Ewing, and the artist is Simone DeMaio. And so very strong start in my books. Those creators are amazing.
Yeah. Eve, it's Ewing, right?
Ewing, yeah.
Eve Ewing always writes great stuff. And Simone DeMaio, you might know from...
We Only Find Them When They're Dead.
Yeah.
That's the artist. Okay, sorry. That is what the artist is doing now. As well as last week's Immortal She-Hulk, she did the variant, and that's the one I got because it is the prettiest.
And Becca loves her some She-Hulk.
Yeah, I do. She's my girl.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Next up is a new Sign of Grace, getting it together, and it is a story about 20-somethings, and literally, it's just a chill story about human beings.
It is pitched as Modern Friends, basically.
Yeah, except not all white. Yay! So, yes, Andrew mentions the second issue of We Only Find Them is out tomorrow. Absolutely. Along with the number ones, I do have a giant stack of issue 2s and a couple 3s. So I will be mentioning that down the line. Next up, because there's always more. Oh, can you write some notes on your phone while we're doing this?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what
Thank
I'm
you.
basically
Oh, you're the best. Okay.
trying to get done.
All right. Next up is this Neil Gaiman's fellow. I'm just kidding. We all know who he is. Norse Mythology. I don't think I have to explain it because it's entitled Norse Mythology. So I'm gonna just quickly go by that, but not out of disrespect at all.
It's based off of his book of the same name.
There you go.
And it's got Mike Mignola art on a Neil Gaiman story. Way.
Dave Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yoo-hoo.
From Ahoy Comics, Penultimate. Have you read a preview of this at all?
Yeah.
You like Ahoy. You really like them.
Yeah, Ahoy is where you want to go if you want extremely good, basically satire in general. Sometimes it's of society. Sometimes it is of what's its
My nose is itchy. I'm gonna sneeze.
Superhero stuff or whatever genre that they're doing. And yeah, this one is definitely a superhero one. It is about Penultimate. Almost.
I think I hardcore pronounced it wrong.
The almost greatest superhero.
Yeah, Penultimate. Okay, it's gonna be one of those things.
The next to last stage in human innovation.
Evolution?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good at reading. We're very good at reading.
It's been a great day.
Oh my God.
We haven't been home and we're so tired.
I know. We're going to go home to very hungry cats tonight, but we had to get it done. And we still have a bit more work to do after this, so it's going to be super fun.
If you hear about 2 people who were eaten by cats, it was probably us.
Oh, yeah. They're going for our eyes. That's why we wear glasses. It's actually not a vision thing. It's to protect our eyes because our cats will eat the sweet meats.
They go for the jellies.
Yep. I feel it in my jellies.
Yeah. Where's that from?
Detective Pikachu.
All right, Detective Pikachu.
We watched Detective Pikachu the other day, and it's great.
It's a really fun one.
I did not think I would enjoy it as much because I was not a Pokemon kid, so I was not getting all of the references, but it's still a super fun movie. Anyway, I'm getting really weird and sneezy. Next up, we've got some Sonic the Hedgehog from IDW. It's called Bad Guys.
It's about the bad guys. It's a new number 1.
Yeah.
IDW's been working it real good with the Sonic books. We can't keep those graphic novels in stock.
Nope. Everyone loves the Sonic.
Folks love Sonic.
All right. Sorry if I'm a little fast. I apologize. Some things I don't feel like I have to explain, like Sonic and there's a new Star Wars Adventures number 1.
All ages Star Wars stuff. Again, IDW was doing some really solid work on that. And their graphic novels for them are great. It's a common refrain.
Yeah. And going for the IDW trifecta, Transformers and Back to the Future.
Folks, comics are friggin' wild.
Yeah.
And this concept works so well. I super love it, and I can highly recommend it if you're a fan of even just one of those properties.
Mm-hmm. I definitely will be mentioning the Transformers My Little Pony crossover in the issue 2s.
Mm-hmm.
So very excited about that. Wow. Let's see what's next. I joke because it is one comic, but it is 5 covers.
Many comics.
Hey, guess what is back? It's Walking Dead, but in color.
Yeah, they're recoloring the series with Dave McKeag doing the colors. They're doing a whole bunch of different covers for it. So you have your recolored Tony Moore, and you've got like a whole bunch of other ones. They're gonna have Art Adams do a bunch throughout the line. It looks like David Finch is doing the main covers going forward. That's the David Finch there.
Mm-hmm.
That one's, I believe, Juan Toscado. Gorgeous artist. Charlie Adler, who many of you will know as the main Walking Dead and artist, and that's the Art Adams.
Yep. So there was also a blank, but I felt like showing you a white page is dumb.
Something to mention with this Walking Dead color book, it has a whole bunch of back matter that talks about all the stuff, and they are not intending to collect these anytime soon. The intention is to drive people with a known product into comic stores on a twice weekly or twice monthly basis.
I would cry if it's twice weekly.
Twice weekly.
Please
Oh
don't
my
do
goodness.
this. Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Next up is this fun stack here. Again, it's a similar size as the number ones. It is the issue 2s and some 3s.
I want to also thank everybody for all of your comments. We'll actually, all right, I didn't think about this. We'll actually be going back to classic Brandon's hand magic mirror for this episode, but mostly because we didn't think we'd still be here.
No, yeah, we never do. And then we are, which is fine.
And we're probably missing a lot more comments than we usually catch. It's partly because we're tired, partly because we want to go home, but we do love it, and we will read all of these comments afterwards. We always do.
Yes, and we will make sure that if you're putting your request in, your file will be updated for tomorrow. And yeah, we're gonna get you all set up. So don't worry. So speaking of many covers, Miss Black Widow.
Super excited.
Oh, I love this.
The first issue was great.
Yes, the Kelly Thompson penned Black Widow. Now I have 5 covers here, which may seem excessive, but it's for Kelly. So you need to buy this comic for Kelly because she's amazing, and the sales numbers need to reflect that. So here is the main cover, and then we have a J. Scott Campbell where she is blonde because she has been every hair color, and I legitimately don't remember this. What?
This is actually the other Black Widow.
Oh, the White Widow. Because she was blonde at some point, I think.
There was Yelena
some
such. She's
Widow's
also Black Widow.
Fight. Yeah, okay. Sorry, my bad.
And like at a certain point in time, I believe in a Brian Michael Bendis thing, like turned into a cyborg or something. Anyways, I'm pretty sure she's fine now.
Okay. This artist is Mattia. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna try it. It's so bad. No, it's actually better to try it because that's rude not to. Mattia de Ayulis.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous cover.
It's really good, and I need to look up this artist because they're very, very good.
It marries the 2 elements of the series for those of you listening audio. It's sort of like classic spyware, spy fare, but buying groceries. And what's really happened happened in this story is there's this kind of mystery where Natasha's essentially been domesticated.
That sounds really violent. Yeah, no, that's true. She is going to get married as well. Marvel is doing some horror homage covers. So there's a Black Widow one, there's a Thor one. So you'll see those popping up. Last but not least, we have the Alex Ross Timeless covers. So we have quite a few of those for all of the characters.
And Andrew says, no, not White Widow, because that is a different character from a different company.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That is very different.
Yeah, they do all the spangly covers.
Yeah.
All the covers with the spangles on them.
Spangles, okay. The next issue of Cyberpunk 2077, going in knowing nothing about the video game, I can say that it was a really good read, and I look forward to issue 2. Really all you need to know is Cyberpunk. It's kind of it's a post accident interview.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, what did you do to the computer?
I don't know.
Can you flick it?
Nope. Can't.
Oh, there you go. You figured it out. Anyway, Brandon did something fun to the computer, so that was great. So, apologies, Cyberpunk. I'm gonna move on.
I forgot to do this earlier.
Oh, so people know where we. Oh yeah, our new name tags. Thank you.
I built them.
Yeah.
For our audio people. That's Danica, whose voice is not mine. She is a host and by Furious.
Yeah, and that's Brandon. His says also host and Gadabout.
Gadabout.
Yeah, you are Gadabout.
That is true.
Next up is one of my Okay, I said I wasn't gonna pick favorites. Oh no, I like Inkblot. I really, really do.
Why would you like Inkblot? I don't understand.
It's about a chaotic kind of spirit in the shape of a black cat that just wrecks space and time, and I love it.
We're going to address Eric's note of Berserker. That's Kickstarter only, right? No.
Yeah.
So what's happening on Kickstarter is sort of premium editions of the collected editions when those come out. Berserker is going to come out in single issues starting in January. It's been pushed back because there's a new artist on board. Ron Garney is going to be doing all the art now. And we will be getting the single issues in. We will be getting the collections in, the regular collections, and not wild collections, although retailers apparently do have the means to try and get in on this too, to get to their customers. If you're interested in any of them, ask us and we can ask them, and we can see what we can work out.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Next, issue 2 is Lonely Receiver, and issue 1 was about a you can basically buy a companion in a way, and they're supposed to be perfectly matched to you and never leave you. But what happens if they do? And who do you turn to, and how do you fix that? And it's never supposed to happen. So it's this beautiful story about love, loss, and trying to figure out how to get her back for once, and what might come next if you can't. So I'm very, very fascinated with this one. This is from Aftershock. I've been in and out on the creative team. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better for the audio folks. Written by Zach Thompson, drawn by Jen Hickman. Really good. Again, not favorites, but it's super good.
It's really awesome, and really surprised me. It treats relationships like relationships, and adds a sci-fi sheen to it. Really cool.
Yeah. All right. Next up is number 2 of 3 of Lock and Key.
This is somewhat of a prelude story to the big Lock and Key Sandman universe crossover. So if you ever wanted to know what all the Joe Hill Lock and Key stuff would look like, just sort of smashed against Neil Gaiman's Sandman universe stuff, they're just gonna smash and make a new comics baby.
Oh boy, this is getting saucy. It's like V After Dark.
Yeah, see what it's called, the name? People can't see what I was pointing to. I was pointing to what our stream actually is called right now.
Next up is Marvel Zombies Resurrection.
This is a restock from last week because Marvel has been not sending all of their comics to the retailers as they're printed. I believe because we've been seeing a lot more problems with the Marvel spines. I believe it is a larger problem than we realize, and that a bunch of them are being held back and reprinted at these printers. So it could be worse.
Yes.
Remember, even in the darkest moments, it could always be worse.
Aren't you a ray of sunshine?
That's why I need the coffee.
Not at 9 o'clock. Anyway, Rise of Ultraman issue 2 is out. Again, coming in as a newbie, knowing nothing about Ultraman. It had enough exposition, and I do look forward to reading the next big Robot dude.
Robots.
Yeah, it's robots.
Eric, absolutely yes, we will get that Berserker happening on your file.
He says yes. Issue 2 of Rob Liefeld's Snake Eyes.
Snake
Wow.
Eyes.
My memory gets shorter and shorter.
So here's the funny thing that I always bring up with Rob Liefeld. People are like, man, Rob Liefeld, he doesn't know what he's doing. I think his drawings are whack. The kids still say that, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
And anytime he puts out a book, this is far outselling all of the current G.I. Joe stuff. People are interested. And you know what? It is Rob Liefeld doing Snake Eyes book. It is a man yelling wildly about how cool swords and guns are. That's who Rob Liefeld is. And you know what? It's not a bad thing. Sometimes you just get excited about swords and guns and wild, silent dudes that wield them.
Yeah. He lives his true self. That's what we can say about Rob Liefeld. Next up from Dark Horse is issue 2 of Spy Island. So if you liked issue 1,
Spyland.
Spyland.
Really should have just been called Spyland.
Right? Save some time. All right.
I did like Spy Island, by the way. It's just a fun, super bonkers book about. It's basically what if
spies had an island?
And was created by Shonda Rhimes. Because they're all just terrible people doing their machinations.
Terrible, sexy people.
Terrible, sexy people having terrible, sexy problems. Really smack. No, we're good.
Stop using the word smash. Jeez. Anyway, I mentioned this before. We only find them when they're dead. Is issue 2. Issue 1 was super rad. Issue 2, I think, will continue to be rad.
Yeah, for because we can kind of do mild spoilers now. We only find them when they're dead. Is about folks who are basically dead god scavengers.
Yep.
And they use bits of dead god for like meats and all kinds of other stuff. They went for the jellies in this.
They did go for the jellies.
For the eyes.
Oh no.
They intended to go for the jellies. I think they actually just got shanks. Of god meat.
Hey, issue 3s are also out. So I'm just gonna pair these up because they're 2. We've got My Little Pony Transformers. Issue 3. And it's super rad, and honestly, it's more fun than it has any right to be. So you should definitely check it out. And The Dreaming Waking Hours is also issue 3, vastly different than Transformers My Little Pony. But you know what? Check them both out. I think you'll enjoy them.
Hey, we've got a Silver Sprocket book. Silver Sprocket does a whole bunch of nice micro print stuff. This one is called Sick Tats. It's a flash quarantine. Basically, a whole bunch of nice indie creators came together to do sort of like a mini zine about cool tattoos. And it is really great. The art, just flipping through here, man, good aesthetics. Good aesthetics.
Yeah. So the next pile, including Sick Tats, is we have a couple special issues, and then there are Halloween specials, one-shots, facsimiles. So it's going to be kind of a little all over the place. And hey, guess what? It's another anniversary.
Spider-Man lives inside a garbage can.
Anyway, so it's issue 49, but wait, it's not. It's issue 850, which is why it's a nice thick boy.
Yeah. They're doing spines on these now. DC's even doing it with their Batman one. Hondo, baby.
Yeah.
So big stuff happening in both books, and just a lot of good times. If you want to pop in and check to see what Amazing Spider-Man's doing right now, big things happening. If you want to check in to see what Batman stuff is happening right now, it's a big culmination of a Joker War. The Joker War, and it also sets up a bunch of stuff for the very near future, which is very intriguing. I'm super excited.
All right. Next up, we have a Swamp Halloween Spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
It's some good stuff. There's a bunch of Ram V in there. There's
James Tynan. There's Vita Ayala. Oh, two Ram Vs.
Ram Vs.
We are being spoiled.
Philip Kennedy Johnson, who I really enjoy the work of. He's actually the current Marvel Zombies writer and actually wrote Warlords of Appalachia for folks who want to be terrified at how this dude looks at the future. It started coming out in mid 2016, was in development long before then because it came out from Boom, and they usually have these things developed for about a year before they have them to the schedule. It's about America's second Civil War and how an idiot despot of a president has caused a rift in between various states, and how there's a small community that's actually trying to fight for, being decent humans and being able to take care of their family. In the before times. So anyways, he's really good at kind of like taking a look at life, looking in that future lens and scaring the absolute crap out of you.
Yeah, we have quite a few books that even have been published in the last few years that are incredibly topical.
Mm-hmm.
So I would make the display, but I really don't want to depress everybody. We are already depressed enough.
Yay! We've got Marvel Fanfare number 10, a facsimile edition of a classic Black Widow story. It's got some great George Perez art.
Please don't just flip that comic everywhere.
Flip it. Conan Universe Guide Official Handbook to the Marvel Universe. It's reprinting the 1986 version. So it's got all sorts of good arts and good stories. Marvel Tales is basically like a really affordable reprint series. They're doing the Marvel Zombies run, so it actually features the 3 issues of Ultimate Fantastic Four by Mark Millar and Greg Land that introduced the concept and got the franchise. Those are hard to find in collections, so that's a good one. Andrew was talking about the Marvel Fanfare.
It's a classic first part of a 4-part story.
Yeah, it did go a lot longer. I almost wondered why they didn't just kind of reprint that specifically, but who knows? Because that would have made around about a comic. We've got Marvel Snapshot Spider-Man. I personally love the Marvel Snapshot series. I'll be interested to see how this one plays out, because the creators don't tend to jive with my idea of Spider-Man. But like the other series, it is curated by Kurt Busiek, and the idea is to kind of look at these superheroes from more of a human angle of someone around them or related to them, much like Marvel's was as a series. TMNT Best of Raphael, awesome cover, and actually collects 3 stories. Are going to do this for all the Turtles, and they are quite smartly the Raphael Micro series from the original 80s run, the Raphael Micro series from the new IDW run, and the Raphael Macro series. So just like the 3 one-shots that were very specifically focused on Raphael.
Okay. Sorry.
Now it's time for graphic novels, and then we're gonna not fall asleep when we drive home.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be pumping that Lizzo. And yep. Okay. All right. Well, we mentioned it earlier, and we wanted everyone to know that we ordered a copy for the store of Lovecraft Country.
That's a good show.
Been watching the show. It's been astounding, amazing, incredibly tense, incredibly beautiful. And so we got a copy for ourselves, but we wanted to share in this wealth of amazing storytelling.
For those of you who don't know what Lovecraft Country is about, it is the 1950s. It focuses on members of a Black family, and basically uses horror tropes and applies them to like very, very, very scary racism, or as a lot of people will just call it racism.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, is it affecting and brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
The book is definitely a little different, and they kind of did a wink and nod to it on the show this week. I'm not going to spoil that moment because it's a nice, cute moment, and who knows, it might actually be part of a bigger plan. So
yeah. And I just wanted to put in an aside here. This is a prose book, and I want more people to know that we can order things that are not comics, and will. In fact, we are excited to, and we want to.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are like, well, I want to support my local comic store, but I don't really read comics. You actually still can. Check with your local. It doesn't matter if you're ours or not. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And say, hey, can you get this book in for me?
Yeah, because a lot of us are now getting a lot of our graphic novel content from book distributors.
Exactly, which means we have access to so many more things now. So I just want you to, kind of check it out. And if you are a comic reader and you're not really into prose, but you have friends who are, tell them. Because, any local business right now needs more customers. So, do that. Do it up. We're definitely going to have more and more prose on the website so that people kind of start to know what's going on and what we can offer. Neil asks, is there a hardcover of that? I probably...
We'll look into it if it's still available.
I will look, yeah. Okay, so next up is Flamer. And this came in late last week, so we didn't get the chance to... I don't remember if we talked about it last week.
You know what? I think we did talk about it last week.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I've read it. I read the whole thing since then, and I can say it's actually quite good. So it's about a gay teenage boy in summer camp trying to figure out that he's gay. So I read the whole thing in the evening, and I think it's amazing. It's a really good kind of biographical look.
And the front pull quote is very accurate. I think this is why I remembered it from last week. This book will save lives, and it absolutely will.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, no regrets mentioning that again because it's a really great book.
No regrets.
All right. This is one I sadly haven't read yet, but I'm super excited. It's called Lightful. Excuse me. The Girl and the Galdorian.
Art inside this book is astounding. It looks like the cover, except it's everywhere.
I'm just going to give a quick read. Deep in the heart of Urpa stands the Salty Pigs Tonics and Tinctures, home of the wise pig wizard and his adopted granddaughter Bee. As keepers of the endless flame, they live a quiet and peaceful life, crafting medicines and potions for the people of their once prosperous world. All that changes when Bee meets Cad, a member of the Galdurians, a race thought to be long extinct. Cad believes that if anyone can help him find his missing people, it's the pig wizard. But when the two arrive home, the pig wizard is nowhere to be found. Fearing for the pig wizard's safety, Bee and Cad set out across Urpa to find him, while danger fights its way out of the shadows and into the light. Can this reluctant duo get their act together in time to save the world, or has Urpa truly seen its last sunrise? I am so excited about that one.
We paged through it. Hey, we got this from a book publisher, so we can show you the interior. Sorry, audio audience.
Yeah.
But just like, let's just
get
a nice page.
I need a forest page. And this is book. This says book 1, so there'll be more of this beautiful, beautiful book.
Mm-hmm. We're super excited to dig headfirst into that. As one does when they dig head first.
Dig, 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 dig. Anyway, no,
Just throw a wrench into that pot. Make a stew.
one of the Magnus archives I recently listened to, which is a podcast of a creepy podcast, was called Dig, and so you saying dig repeatedly is giving me weird flashbacks.
Diggy hole. Dig,
Well, that's
diggy
different.
hole.
that one's for Rachel if she ever watches this. Next up is the latest Deadpool series. Surprise, Michaela Thompson! What? We love her. It's great. Literally, Deadpool becomes king of the monsters because he kills the other king of the monsters, and that's the way to do it. And then hijinks, of course, hijinks. Also, what was it? Jeff the Landshark.
Jeff the Landshark.
Jeff the Landshark is in here.
Yeah, he is.
So if you're wondering, thank you, Lyndon. If you're wondering, I loved Gwenpool and I loved Jeff. And where did Jeff go? Because he's a sweet bean and I want good things for him.
Jeff the Landshark.
Jeff the Landshark isn't here.
Yeah, he
So
is. And our hearts.
And yeah,
He's in our
oh my
hearts.
God. He's one of those characters that I'm just like, please make a plushie, please make a plushie, please make a plushie. I'm a grown-up adult woman, but I need a plushie.
A plushie of a Landshark.
Yeah.
Such a good baby.
He's so cute.
Such a good baby.
I love him.
Mhm.
I will, tiny spoiler, it's not about the story, but when Gwen gives, oh yes, Chris Bacalo?
Chris,
Is it Bacalo or Bacalo?
a Bacalo.
Okay. He drew my favorite Doctor Strange series because he does fancy, fun monster art.
The Jason Aaron one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he was perfect for this. When Gwen gives Jeff to Deadpool, it is heartbreaking because she's not sure, because she's a very meta character, she's not sure if as a character she will get another series. And if she disappears, she doesn't want Jeff to disappear. So she gives him to Deadpool.
Because she knows that he's popular.
Yeah, and then Jeff will be taken care of. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just feeling. So I'm definitely going to read that series again and cry. But mostly laugh, but also cry because that was the sweetest damn thing. So this is definitely coming home with me at some point. When they announced Kelly Thompson on the Deadpool series, I was like, guess I'm reading Deadpool now. That's new. And it's great. It's great. I like being surprised in comics. All right. This is a giant hardcover of Mr. Miracle. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is because it's big.
And it's full of extra goodness.
Yes.
I know this because I added it to our website for purchase, and it has way more pages than the regular sized one.
It has more than 60 pages of behind-the-scenes art, spiritual commentary, and more. That's what the book says, and more. There's more. So, you have even a passing interest of Mr. Miracle. You can get the whole dang thing in a very, very pretty hardcover.
Variant edition. Buy the whole ding dang thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a small pal. Now, a lot of these are scheduled for release next week. What we've been told by our Diamond rep, by our Penguin Random House, Random House representative, is basically what I was told at Chapters Coles Indigo. Unless you've signed a specific affidavit, release form dealy, for which they will not send you books in advance unless you do sign it for things like a Harry Potter or whatnot, or I guess a Twilight, as would be more appropriate for the days, or a Dogman.
I'd say Dogman would be most current.
Dogman's most current.
Yeah.
For a release like that, you can sell when you get it, and that's what we do.
Yeah, so we have books that we got in the mail today.
Selling when we get it.
Who likes Rainbow Rowell? It's me.
And who likes Sam Eggs doing an adaptation of Rainbow Rowell? That's what
You
you're
do!
gonna get here.
You do.
Sam Eggs, one-time Edmontonian, all-time nice person, one-time file haver here at Variant Edition. Was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got this in. We're super excited because Rainbow Royale's books are good. Fangirl, very good book. And I'm
Excuse me.
excited to see how that gets adapted. Oh, I made pile too big.
Sorry, yeah, that was me.
The next installment of that Avatar: The Last Airbender graphic novels are out. For those of you who don't know, all of these graphic novels have been made in collaboration with the showrunners. Well, this one doesn't actually have their names on it specifically, I should say. So maybe that sort of has changed with some of the more recent ones, but they do have storylines that follow up on important things that you wanted to know from Avatar, like, hey, what's up with Zuko's mom? Hey, Zuko. You find out some stuff in a volume called Search, which is actually coming out later this month in a nice all-in-one. So that's pretty cool. And another fun ding-danglo.
It's the Dollhouse Family hardcover.
It's the next
Hill
book out
House.
from the Hill House line. It's got the nice dust jackets again. It's by the creative team What Brought You Lucifer, and The Unwritten and Highest House. Again, stellar work if you like kind of more psychological creepy. It's got it. If you're afraid of dolls, maybe don't read it, because you're all gonna have some doll nightmares inside your brain meats.
Nobody wants doll nightmares.
Doll nightmares.
Oh boy. All right. Y'all are both lame. No, I'm just kidding. So we are gonna wrap this up because we're gonna clean up these here piles and then take a lot of this home and try to read it. Oh, I see Brandon's got his completely real, legitimate mirror
Magic mirror, so that I can
of his hands.
look out into the audience and see all those fine people who made comments tonight. If you want your name to be read out loud by a scallywag, by a gadabout on a stream about comics, why, you just type in till your heart's content and I'll read out your name real good.
All right, let's get going because it is late.
All right. Thank you all for watching. As always, very appreciated. And out there, I can see Neil. I can see the one true Andrew. I can see Kate. And I can see Sean.
And
Scrolly.
I'm trying, but your mouse pad is terrible. It's literally the opposite of mine.
I can see Eric. I can see Lyndon. I can see the not one true Andrew.
Oh, no.
I can see many, many names. Oh, getting fuzzy right now for a little bit there.
Oh.
I can see Margaret. I can see who.
Oh,
so fuzzy.
I'm trying.
It might truly be it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I think
that
that's all
is
the people
everybody we see. But you know what? Thank you for being here. This means a lot. And honestly, thank you for being super understanding where we had the show 45 minutes late for his meeting, and then it is almost 10 o'clock at night and y'all are still around. So thank you.
Yeah, it means a lot to us. And yeah, that's about all I've got the energy for.
Yeah.
We're gonna clean up the store. We're gonna go home, read stuff until we pass out. We're gonna go home and get effed up on comics.
Yes. And for anyone who has been waiting, we did get in a big shipment of comic supplies today, and I have not touched them at all. But If
22 boxes.
Yeah, if you wanted bags, boards, boxes, please message us, because now we have things again.
And we have even more on order.
Yeah.
Because we do not. We've been trying to get ahead of orders for a long time now, and things just keep getting less and less available. So we're just gonna keep making orders. If we get a lot of stuff, then oh no, I guess we just have a lot that we can sit on. So hard.
Yeah. So the store is a bit of a mess right now, but I'll be working on that tomorrow over the day, if we're not too swamped, because it is Wednesday and I'm very excited for that. And I don't want to ignore people. But actually, thank you, Andrew. Andrew says, hey, FYI, this week's Wolverine and X-Force are one 2-part story.
It's all part of the X of Swords thing.
Yes.
And I do want to mention, it looks like that's going to be sort of a theme of the Ben Percy written books and the Jerry Duggan written books, because they're actually co-writing a bunch of those stories. So that area is going to probably have kind of its own story within the story going on.
Yeah. All right. I think that's everything for tonight. I know that was a lot. Thank you so much for sticking out with us. I'm going to throw it to you. I don't know what song he's doing tonight, because he probably told me, but it was an hour ago. My brain do not keep that information.
Welcome to the jungle. We've got fun and games. We do all that things that do. Maybe I don't know names. Oh no, he's not really good at singing this song.
Oh no, keep going, please. I'm kidding.